All right, peace and love, y'all. I want to share this beautiful somatic meditation with you. First, we're going to do a movement practice. Basically, we're going to inhale. When we inhale, we stretch our arms up, and as we exhale, you blow out, and your arms are down by your side. All right. So let's we do it, and then at the end, for your final breath, you inhale up and you hold your breath. Give it a little bit. You can go 20, 30 seconds, and then you exhale slowly, lower your arms, and then you just regulate your breath. And maybe we'll do a second cycle, but let's do it at least one. All right. Get ready to inhale the arms up, exhale down. Keep going. Keep going, inhaling up, exhaling down, focusing on the breath. I know it can be a little bit challenging, but just keep focusing on the breath and the movement. Just a few more times. Get ready to inhale the arms up. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And when you feel ready, you can slowly exhale and lower the arms. Try to hold the arms up as long as you can. There you go. And now allow yourself to regulate your breath by breathing in and out, softening and deepening the breath. Now allow yourself to witness your breath and feel the power and potency of this beautiful practice. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your abdomen, and just continually deepening your breath. Breathing in fully, exhaling, and allowing yourself to be right here in this very moment. So it's a very quick practice, but it's very potent and powerful, especially once you get the breathing down, So I love beginning meditation with some kind of movement, because a lot of people think that yoga is the movement and the postures. No, yoga is the practice, and the postures and all the different practices deepen you into the body to be in the present moment, to actually practice yoga, and yoga means to yoke or union. So being able to be in the present moment and in union, realizing that you are everything. So through these practices, we can begin to deepen into the body, oxygenate and fill up with so much chi and vibration and energy, especially when you do these practices in nature. So I make it a part of my daily routine to go to the ocean, to go hiking, go to the river. And I know for some of you that might be challenging if you live in urban environments, but when I lived in the city, I had an app called All Trails, and it works all across the United States and maybe even internationally. And you can see where the state parks are and the, rivers and all the different things. And wherever you are, connect to a natural environment, begin to root into the territory and start knowing the different features by visiting those more natural areas and state parks, and start to deepen your relationship with yourself, being present, because this is what nature gives us the gift of, its beauty, its power. And we learn how to be present and come back into relation, with the earth, our bodies, the water, our blood, the air, our breath, and the fire, the sun, representing our spirit. So I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for all of you, and my intention with this community is to build it, starting out the other day, things have been kind of slow and been very busy with a lot of different things, but I'm calling in the support because the vision of the community is not me leading. I don't want to create a, patriarchal structure. We want this to be horizontal, where we're all on the same plane and realizing that as souls, as divine beings, we're here on this journey together to help each other grow and evolve. And some of us are further along the journey in the process. And, it's our duty to help those who are coming along the path and to be able to teach and embody the wisdom, not just talk about it, but to live it and be it and become it. Become the love. Remember the love and your natural essence, your natural nature. So this is how nature connection, the practice of meditation and breath work and different kriyas and asanas are all a part of different ancient lineages to guide us back home to ourselves. And being in this body, we can get so caught up in the mind and our story and our patterns. And these practices from our ancestors, they open the doorway up to so much of the knowledge that is within us that is laying dormant. So as a person that have been on this journey, I'm very excited to share more with you. And let's do one more round of practice, and then we just sit here and breathe, breathe and witness the breath. If a thought comes up, you witness the thought and then say, oh, okay, I see you there. And then you come back to the breath. That is essentially the practice of meditation, witnessing, developing that conscious awareness to know that you are not the thoughts, you're not the emotions. They are temporary states and messengers, So let's do the practice again. I'm going to change my angle so you can see me better. There we go. So we're going to take a deep breath first, and then we start. I want to thank you for making time and space for this beautiful practice. I salute and honor you. The light within me acknowledges the light, beauty, and power within you. Now let's get ready to begin. Inhaling the arms up, exhaling and releasing. Just continuing at a moderate pace. Keep going and let the breath carry you and power you through. Sometimes when we're doing these practices or doing something challenging, the mind can kick in and tell us that we can't go on any further. But you let the breath carry you. You let the practice carry you. Focus on the breath and keep going. We are almost there. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Remember, at the end, we will once again reach up and inhale and hold our breath. Couple more seconds. Now inhale up, hold your breath. Feel the energy of this practice and the power. When you are ready, you can lower your arms and allow yourself to come to stillness and integrate the power of this practice. Feel free to roll your neck from left to right, doing circles, and then go in the other direction, listening to your body, doing any small movements or adjustments that you need to help circulate and move this energy. Now the next movement we'll do is twisting from left to right. So when you inhale to one direction, you twist, and exhale to the next. You just keep doing this practice, focusing on the breath, inhaling and exhaling. And in life, Just as in meditation, when we're doing anything, the mind can come in with its stories, its limitations, and a simple practice is just to focus and return to the breath. So inhale and hold it, and then exhale. Inhale again, twist to the other side, hold the breath, and then exhale and return to center. Now allow yourself to just feel the power of this practice. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om Tat Sat. Now allow yourself to return to center, focusing on the breath, your seat on the ground or whatever surface that you're on. Maybe you feel the air on your skin. Just pay attention to the sensory experience and focus on the breath. Place your left hand on your heart and then the right hand facing forward. So in this position, it is one of giving and receiving. So we're going to focus on our heart center and opening our channel to the divine cosmic love that is always flowing through us. Sit here and meditate and feel the left hand channeling this heart love energy into our hearts, and the right hand sending this love out into the world. Allow yourself to meditate here, deepening and focusing on the breath. When thoughts arise, you just notice them, and then you come back to the breath. This is the practice of meditation. Placing that right hand on the abdomen, and continue to breathe and deepen your breath. Return to the breath again and again. Inhaling and exhaling, feeling deep gratitude for your body, this vessel that you are traveling in, and the gratitude for the moment to honor and find stillness. Namaste. Thank you. So through that relatively short practice, we practice a few different things: movement, breath, mantra, meditation. For me, the breath has been a very powerful transformer, connecting with that air element and connecting with the chi, because when you're really breathing deep and becoming really in your body again, not just practicing shallow breathing in the lung, but really deepening that breath and activating that vagus nerve, which activates your parasympathetic nervous system. So when you breathe in the abdomen, the vagus nerve runs from the brain straight down into the navel, So it's a very, very powerful way to activate the vagus nerve and activate that parasympathetic nervous system and that rest and digest. And by breathing into your body like that, you're communicating to your body, to your nervous system, that you are safe. Because when you're in sympathetic overdrive, which many people living in, modern day life, they're in sympathetic overdrive, and it's always like fight or flight or just very activated. So your body relaxes, rests, it heals in the parasympathetic mode, so that's why sleep is so healing. You activate that parasympathetic But through the breath, the practice of the breath, you tell your body that you're safe. You bring in energy, you bring in more life force, vital force energy to oxygenate your cells and to power your mitochondrial DNA. All these beautiful things happening through the power and the portal of the breath. So there's so many many breath techniques and how to breathe and ratios and rhythms that do different things. So as we go on, we'll be practicing together and sharing this journey of embodiment, of compassion, of self-care, of prioritizing connection, to our divine self, to God, to each other, and to nature. We're these macrocosms and macrocosms inside each other. So we gotta come together, do these practices, and focus the collective consciousness to the future that we want to build and create. And that was the vision, that is the vision and mission for Revive. If we don't do it, when is it going to be done? So we're building the future, the village, the tribe of the future right now by these tiny, small, loving actions. So this community is not me leading. I'm going to be guiding. Other people are going to be guiding that embody their own medicine. And it is to nourish leadership. Because true leadership is not what we see in the patriarchal world and in capitalism. True leadership comes from, it's rooted in spirit. It's rooted in love. It's rooted in care. And those are the matriarchal values that we're calling in, remembering, and aligning this new reality to. So the more of us can come back to the love that we are and get out of the survival mode and the ways and beings and how to survive, our survival patterns that we learn through capitalism and this power structure of patriarchy and control and domination. We are doing the work of love and liberation. And this is the time. So I'm grateful to share this practice with you. I see that it's coming upon 17 minutes, but I want to provide, more content, more value, more points of connection, and to teach more. That's what Spirit showed me. Many of us have the knowledge and the different pieces, and we can bring them together, share our stories, tell a new vision, and co-create collaboration. So I'm grateful for you. Please try this practice. Give me feedback on this video, and you're invited to share whatever is on your heart, what you're curious about, maybe a challenge that you're going through, an insight that you've had, a book you're reading, something you find very helpful, whatever you want to share, a song that makes you happy. Share it. This is your community. All right, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Thank you.